Well, hello, retro game players. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Marcus. We're going to be playing Streets of Rage, the TMNT edition. So, I think that's what it says. Yeah, Streets of Rage 2 TMNT edition. This is a pretty readily available ROM you guys can get, play it on EverDrive or whatever. Because I'm such a huge fan of the 2 and this ROM hack, I did get a physical cart. I got it from this guy on Etsy that I ordered a bunch of stuff over the last couple years, and it's funny because now his shop got shut down, and what's kind of ironic is I think it was called like Forgotten Games, so he's truly forgotten. But this is kind of cool. The only thing that's weird is I haven't read the intro before, but it looks like the story is exactly the same, except I think the coloring of the font is green, but it just said Max and everybody. But I wanted to like check this out on the channel and show you guys what it's like, because it's actually pretty well done. So I'll leave it on that. We'll just go through like normal. But yeah, check this out. So kind of cool. It's obviously the Hyperstone Heist characters. I am gonna do Michelangelo just because he's aligned with Max and he has the same attributes, I believe. So of course, you guys know I love this soundtrack. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, honestly, is there somebody out there who doesn't like Yuzo Koshira's masterpiece? I'm not sure if they exist. But yeah, look at that. It's got like the backbreaker, which is cool. That's not something that... Let's see if I can do a couple other moves here. There we go, right? It's totally like Max. Back slam him, dude. So I'm playing this on a real Genesis. Some of you have asked that recently. And I do use RGB out into my FrameMeister and have the scan lines enabled, which I think look pretty good. And then I don't know, that's really all I use. I've been having the same setup for a long time. I've slowly been transitioning to some of the other systems for my house, because this is like my game room, so I keep all my captures and stuff. I usually use the old systems. There's not really any reason for me not to out here. I've got a really nice RGB splitter, which I've upgraded recently. I used to have this really crappy RGB. Actually, what it is the SCART switch. And my old one had like all kinds of audio issues, like ground loop problems. And you could probably hear that on some of my old Sega Genesis videos as well. Oh, so I did have that knife. I just threw it. I hit B and C at the same time. Let me see what my... Oh, there we go. That's the A button, special attack. Anyway, I upgraded to a really nice SCART switch that is just awesome. I think it's got 8 bays on it. And it was one that was custom made. I can't remember the exact guy that made it, but really cool. Actually, I had to get on a wait list before I could get it, and it just auto switches, which is nice. There's no weird looping audio problems or anything, so that's cool. But yeah, like all in all, I feel like my setup's pretty good out here. But on the inside the house when I play, I actually have 2 different gaming areas set up in there too, which is kind of funny. But so I've got the AVS, the retro AVS, the NES. I've got that set up, and I've got like a EverDrive hooked up to that with various ROMs and shit for that. I got that turkey just in time. And then I've got a analog SG for the Sega Genesis, and then I've got a Mega SG hooked up to that, which lets me do Sega CD, all the Genesis stuff. And I've got a pretty massive image on that system, which sometimes I might show that off and show you guys what that looks like, because it's something that's pretty cool. And then, let's see, then I have the analog what is it, the Super one? I can't remember, the Super Nintendo one. I have that, whatever that's called. Not the NT, because that's the NES. But anyway, I've got that, and I've got NeverDrive hooked up with that. So, and then I just use the 8-bit Do controllers for all that stuff, which is cool. And then I also keep my Game Boy Advance in there too, because I can actually hook games up to that and play it. So that's pretty much my main setup inside in my PS4. And then the second area is sort of funny because it's actually like I've got not a huge TV, but a pretty nice old plasma set up kind of in my bedroom area, and I've got a Wii U hooked up there, so you know, Netflix, YouTube, all that stuff, but also play like I've been slowly playing Breath of the Wild, which is hilarious because I'm so slow. I always forget where I'm at, but it's a fun game. And so I've got my Wii U there, and then also I've got a Retron 5, which is kind of funny too. But I have that one modded, like not modded, but I guess exploited through the SD card slot, and I did a video on that, so if you guys want to know what I'm talking about. But I basically just loaded up ROMs. Yes, I landed on my feet by doing up and B and C. Anyway, that's pretty much my setup. But I definitely like to play on the original stuff when I can. I don't know. And then lately I've been watching DJ Sarumaru stream the BC Up. Nice. I love pulling that off. Streaming the Polygon, what is it? Shit, I can't remember. The Polygon, I'm blanking on it. You guys know what I'm talking about. And it's the CD-based, I guess it's an emulation system. So you put any disc in there from pretty much any, you know, like Saturn, Neo Geo CD, I guess Turbo Duo or whatever, Turbo CD, PS1, all that stuff. And if as long as you have the disc, it'll play. And apparently you can even put burned CDs in there, which is interesting. And that's pretty cool. I don't know that, it's weird because I could see myself using that for systems I don't have. Like, I don't currently have a Turbo CD. I used to have a Turbo CD, and I sold it in like 2004, which sucks. I really regret selling that. It came with the hard case and everything. So I don't know, but to be fair, I only had like 3 games for it, and I have always, I don't know, I actually was lucky enough to have a TurboGrafx 16 when I was a kid, when they were new back in the day. And so I kind of always just played with the Hue cards, you know, and I don't know, I never really got into the CD. But with that said, it would be cool to be able to play that. Also the Neo Geo CD, I don't have one of those, even though I have a AES, which is fucking great. I still think it'd be cool to have the CD and just check it out, you know, and be able to play Saturn and stuff on the inside, inside my house where the other stuff's all set up. I think that would be pretty cool. But anyway, I don't know. It's an expensive system, but as you can tell by some of the other stuff I listed off, I have tried to get like good systems to play and have set up. So I don't know. I guess I'm on the fence. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the Polygon or whatever the hell it is, what is that thing called? You like look it up. Anyway, check out Sarumaru's channel. If you guys haven't seen him, I think I'm not sure. He'll probably be done streaming by the time this video is up, but you could probably watch the past streams, and he's definitely got a great channel, so check him out. So all in all, this is a great sprite swap or hack or whatever you want to call it. Super well done. But it's funny because it's really just taking the two games and merging them. But there are animations that they've really like taken from Hyperstone Heist and thrown in, like, and it's interesting to see that, you know. I think that this is probably one of the best mods I've seen, which is so cool. The only thing that I would like is if somehow they injected the bosses, like from Hyperstone Heist, throughout the game, or some of the enemies. I think that would be really cool, besides the turtles just being in the Streets of Rage 2 universe, you know? Like, it's definitely cool, but I don't know. That would be my only thing, is if they could add some of those weird, like, Foot Clan soldiers and Mousers and stuff, and then, like, Rocksteady. That would just be so cool. But yeah, I mean, sound effects, everything else is just so awesome. And like details in this game, like when I do body slam someone and those lights move, I mean, that's like the kind of stuff that when I was a kid I was just like, holy crap, this game is so amazing. And then this guy, the trick with this dude is to look at his shadow. Oh, and not let him do that either. But if you can look at his shadow and line up with that, then you can typically take him down. I'm not doing so great. I'm gonna grab this. It really is all about jump kicking. That's what I usually do to him. And I guess the font colors for the names are different too, because they're usually, I think, blue, so they're green, you know, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, there you go, guys. I just wanted to show you this. This is an awesome, great ROM hack. I highly recommend you guys check it out. It is so fun. So, there you go. Oh my god, the soundtrack. And this is actually one of my favorite levels. This is one of my favorite levels. Just the diverse backgrounds and the alien theme and the... I think it's got the ballpark at the end. Anyway, such a great game. Check out my Streets of Rage 2 video on the channel. I've got a lot of that crap. But anyway, until next time, you guys know what to do. You're going to keep that shit retro by playing Streets of Rage 2 with the Ninja Turtles later on. Cowabunga.